Cutler from Barnstorm Cycles. Basically, a lot of the fabrication elements of the bike we were responsible for. The look of the bike that we were going for was like a performance bagger type aesthetic. So we did some of our kind of signature treatments to it, where we added some knee cuts to the gas tank, trimmed the saddlebags up, and slimmed the rear fender down. We actually custom fit a fender to it and sucked the bags into the bike a little bit, trimmed the back. Made saddlebag supports, built a custom 2-in-1 stainless steel exhaust for it. Then some of the other stuff that we delved a little deeper into this build with is the stuff we partnered with Audette motorcycles on, where we actually completely reconfigured the entire dash of the motorcycle to open it up to additional handlebar styles like T-bars, as well as we designed or helped design and configure a set of mid controls that bolt onto the motorcycle that put your feet in a little bit more aggressive riding position. So really delve deep into the ergonomics of the motorcycle, the rider position, and the interface of the rider to motorcycle. And all that stuff kind of paired together works really well with the knee cuts, the handlebars, the feet position, all that stuff. So really just came out nice. And a lot of really nice components from some other companies on the bike. We got Clockwork's windshield on there and their front fender. They sent us a fender blank. We kind of trimmed it and fit it to the front end of the motorcycle because it wasn't actually a production part at the time we received it. But that came out really well. Fit the bike really nice, kind of cleaned up the front end a lot. We still retain the Indian headdress on the front, but we did do a paint match on that, so it's matched color-wise to the motorcycle itself. On the exhaust, like I said, stainless 2-in-1, 304 stainless that's polished to a mirror finish. On the inside of the exhaust, we actually did a ceramic coating, which does a couple of things. It keeps the heat of the exhaust charges inside the pipe, which is good for the rider because it's less hot on the rider, but it also keeps the exhaust charges hot, which keeps them flowing faster, which gets you better flow and performance and scavenging on the 2-in-1. It also keeps the stainless from burning out, kind of blackening, dulling over time. So now the way you'll see it on the bike now with a nice kind of golden hue to it, that will pretty much stay throughout the life of the pipe. So that ceramic coating really does a lot for the exhaust. We shortened up the clutch and the brake lever. I shortened up about an inch or so either way, so they're not quite as long as stock, but they still allow full grip and full leverage. They're just a little tidier. We got a set of ODI grips on the handlebars that we built, as well as a mirror from Arlen Ness, just to kind of modernize the look of the components up on the handlebars, as well as improve the comfort level a little bit. Those ODI grips are super comfortable. They're like a waffle pattern. They're actually Curreri Signature Series grips, and they have a red anodize to match the rest of the components on the bike. So that was a special thing that they got for us. You can't get that normally. So in terms of the dash and the mid controls, those are actually components that we are developing. They will be available as aftermarket components through us that will be able to bolt onto a stock Challenger, and those should be available hopefully before the end of the year here. So super appreciative and thankful to Moms for bringing us in on this project, and it was awesome working with Audette and everybody else who partnered with us on this. Again, Clockworks, ODI, JRI shocks, Saddlemen seats. I mean, there are tons of people kind of supported this project.
My name is Tony Audette. I own Audette Motorcycles. We're a small company out of Canton, Connecticut. We do a lot of engineering. We engineer aftermarket parts for Indian motorcycles. We're working on our own line of motorcycles based around an Indian engine. And we were lucky enough to be part of the BAM Challenger build with Moms and Barnstorm. We were lucky enough to work with Moms on this project, and Moms was great to work with because it was one of those rare occasions where they wanted to customize the bike, and they let Barnstorms and us and pick and choose what we wanted to do, and they stepped back and let us do it. And I think allowing us to have that freedom kind of really allowed us to elevate what we were able to do on this bike. And I think it came out fantastic. You know, with the guys at Barnstorms said that they wanted to rearrange the dash, and add a set of T-bars to make it a little bit more comfortable. And we knew it would be a difficult task, so it was one of those things that we knew it was going to be hard to do, but we only had to get it right once, and I feel like we definitely nailed it with that. So the dash kit came along because the guys at Barnstorm wanted to redo the handlebars, but the dash was really the limiting factor. So what we did with that is the guys over at Barnstorm took a picture of the dash and then lightened it up and drew on the picture of how they wanted it to look. So from there, we took the dash kit apart, 3D scanned it, reverse engineered it, put it into a CAD program, and then from there I started the design process to make sure that the dash interfaced with the stock parts perfectly so it looks like it should be there, and then incorporate everything that we needed to, make sure that the windshield clears the dash coming up, make sure that we're not losing any visibility, making sure that you actually gain a lot more visibility off to the sides. You lose about a ½ inch to an inch on top, but you gain so much more off to the side, so that way your periphery is so much better. And then it also frees you up to put whatever handlebars you want on it. So for this build, we put a set of T-bars on it, and the ergonomics of it is just fantastic. It totally changes it from the stock bike, and the rider's interface is you feel much more part of the motorcycle than just riding the motorcycle. And on the mid controls, we wanted to, because of the performance nature of it, we wanted to bring the foot controls back a little bit and add mid controls, but we wanted to incorporate it nicely into the bike, so that way it would look like should have been there from the start. So what we did was we took the parts, took them off, 3D scanned them, reverse engineered the parts, and then re-engineered the parts, so that way it fits perfectly in the stock part envelope with the added mid controls on it, with the brake master cylinder, with the shift lever and all that sort of stuff. The mid controls and the dash kit will be for sales under the Barnstorm name. We're really happy with how it came out on this bike. It totally changed the dynamic and the rider interface with the motorcycle, and it just looks badass. But we were definitely lucky enough to work with such skilled people like Barnstorms and Clockworks and Saddlemen, Curreri Shocks and Rob's Dyno. Mom's has just been supportive throughout the whole process. You know, it wouldn't have happened without Mom's dealerships.
How you doing? I'm Rob from Rob's Dyno Service, where we specialize in tuning motorcycles for a living. We had the great privilege of working with Indian Mike and Jake Cutler from Barnstormers and Moms to work and build this wonderful, beautiful Challenger. And I got the job to tune it after Jake got to build it. We tuned it with a Power Commander 5, which is the only available product at the moment. Hopefully in the next few months to a year that we may have a program to rewrite the ECU and to tune it even better. One of the other things that we did is we got to work with Curreri suspension, and we built a rear shock for the Challenger, very similar to this one. This one right here is for the 111s, so it gives us ride height, 40 clicks of adjustability of compression and rebound, as well as dampening. So it's state of the art. It's the only product out there available right now for the Indians as well as the Challenger. So this is what's in the rear of the Challenger. We were not able to make a suspension upgrade for the front yet, but with any luck we'll have something soon. On all the 111s out there, we do have a nice monotube front cartridge. So we take all the internal guts out and we replace it with this monotube kit that Curreri made for us. So it's only available through Rob's Dyno Service and Moms of Manchester. We'll have these available for all your Indians 111s for the front cartridges, as well as the rear shock for the rears, and we have the rear shock available for all the Challengers. We guarantee you your ride is 100 times nicer than it already is.
My name's Mike Curreri. I'm the sales manager here at Moms Manchester. Super excited about this build. We've been working on it for about 7 months, and it all started with me reaching out to Tony from Audette on Facebook. I had a couple questions about some parts he was working on, and we just started shooting the breeze about different projects and builds, and he mentioned he knew Jake, so the three of us started talking and it all took off from there. So far, you know, everything came out awesome. We're super happy with it. I want to say a huge thanks to Jake and Tony from Barnstorm and Audette. They did an incredible job. You know, obviously couldn't have done it without them. We knew we were making the right choice going with them right from the beginning. I've seen a lot of work that they've done in the past and nothing short of spectacular, so that proves that just by looking at this bike and what they did with it. You know, everything from the dash kit that they did, you know, just to get a good set of T-bars on there, to the mid-control setup that Tony reverse engineered and developed from scratch. Really, really impressive, and it's a super comfortable bike. So this is a bike now that, you know, it's performance based, but you can ride it comfortably. You could take it across the country if you wanted to. It's super comfortable. Even for my height, I'm about 6'2", and I fit on it very well. It's just, it's a really cool design. And when Jake did the bag cuts in the back as well, so it gives you that performance look and feel. And then that 2-in-1 exhaust is beautiful. What they did was ceramic coated the interior of that and polished it. So it's, you know, as it heats up over time, it's going to be a solid gold and look really sharp. But yeah, we're super happy about it. I can't thank them enough. I also want to say thanks to Rob from Rob's Dyno service. He was kind enough to tune the bike for us, so got a really nice smooth tune. And this bike is available for sale, so definitely come check it out before it's gone. It's going to be here at the dealership. You got to come see it.
Hey guys, Anthony from Motorcycles in Manchester, COO for Moms. I just want to congratulate Mike, Jake, and Tony for putting together a world-class Indian Challenger. I was a little skeptical at first when they came to me for approval on this, but we had a meeting, I think way back in March possibly, and when I met Tony and Jake, I was like, yeah, we can do this, and these guys absolutely crushed it. I think we can put this bike at any show anywhere in the world, and it would hold up to the experts' opinion. So definitely have to come see this thing. Like Mike said, it is for sale. So congrats to those guys on really knocking it out of the park with this bike.